Angels. I wanted to jump on, and this wasn't a planned live, but I did a training call this morning with some other SSDs and superstar directors, if you don't know what that means. And we kind of share our systems, and we have a new superstar director. I think Anna Hughes, her YouTube video kind of went like viral through the Scentsy community because she was very kind of like to the point, no excuses, get your butt in gear type thing. And if you haven't seen it, I'll post it. She is awesome. She's a sweetheart. She did not do anything with her business. She was a certified consultant for 2 years, and she did not consider herself somebody that she'd want to turn into a business. And she's actually the one that did the training on our call this morning because she recently promoted to superstar director. So if you're not aware, that is the top level of what you can get in title in the company. So she shared some of her systems. I'm actually going to upload them here. The systems that she was actually talking about was more about tracking like teams. Now, I was actually talking with another director, Michelle Brooks, this morning, and I was sharing how I've had so many different systems throughout the years, some that I was very strategic with, some that I've kind of changed as my business grew, and also my needs and my desires of my business. So I wanted to kind of talk about it. Planners are so important in your business. It could be a phone planner or a happy planner or the Scentsy planner, or I just actually ordered this and just got it in. This is a new planner that is called the, oh gosh, what is this? The B planner, I think, and it's for direct sellers. The reason why I ordered it is because when I really thought about the most like disciplined that I've ever been in my business is when I had a planner that had this type of calendar. And the reason why is because when you are working your business full-time or part-time, to be honest, like right when I said that, I was like, you know, this could actually work for anybody. Hi, Ralph. I'm still coming. I just have to figure out when. I'm so sorry. I'll text you when I'm on my way, and hopefully you'll be there. Okay, so this is actually broken down by 30-minute increments. Okay, this is the 2020, so I haven't done anything yet. But sometimes in your business, it's literally just make a phone call, like call somebody, you know, text message somebody. And because you have so many tiny little tasks to do throughout the day, if you don't put it down in a checklist or a calendar of some sort, you're going to forget. And I'm not trying to insult anybody's memory. I probably have the worst memory out of everybody's, but it's just because you have so much going on with your personal life, probably your other job that you have, your kids, your spouse, your, you know, grocery shopping, your blah, 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 blah. And so if there isn't some type of an organizational system, lots of things go by the wayside, right? You probably already have an amazing calendar of some sort that you do for your just everyday life stuff that has nothing to do with your Scentsy. But if you think about where you're strongest in your business, hey, Michelle, that's working for you. You might be incredibly organized in your home, but for some reason with your outside stuff, you know, you feel like a basket case, or it might be the opposite. Like, you know, you feel like a basket case in your house, nothing ever gets done, but everything else, Scentsy wise, or, you know, work wise or kid wise, everything has a great system. So I ask you to think about, and then if you kind of feel like you're crazy all over the place in every area, then this is something you might want to think about, is to implement things that's working. You know, I mean, not implement, think about the things that are working in your life and why are they working for you. We were just, like I mentioned, Michelle and I were talking about how, you know, as your business evolves and changes, you're going to need to do certain things, and your time and your focus may be pulled in a different direction. And some of the things that you were doing that was helping your business grow may get kind of pushed aside. And because you haven't done it in so long, you just, it kind of goes away, and you forget that that's something that was a really good system. I was sharing this with Michelle earlier, that there are things that I was so disciplined with. And as things started because my business exploded so fast, you know, most people's businesses don't have over, you know, 70 people in, you know, in their organization in the first 6 months. You know, that just doesn't happen normally. And so with me, I was kind of like, you know, treading water in the beginning. And then before I knew it, when I finally started getting systems down and really getting things like, you know, I knew what I was doing, and when things were happening, you know, life happened. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that. And I've talked to you guys about this a lot. But one thing I noticed is that whenever I do use some type of a calendar system that kind of has everything I need, my business wouldn't be alive today if I didn't have some system that stayed alive while my life changed, right? It stayed in my phone. And that was what I always kind of kept with me, which not kind of, but you always have your phone with you, right? But I stopped doing the calendars and the planners, and the most successful calendar that I've ever used is the Happy Planner. And the reason why is because I could just add anything I want to it to have as like a go-to. And so I would have, I mean, anything I need to flip to, a quick cheat sheet for taxes. You know, these are like, let's see, international agreement. If somebody asked me questions on it, I had it here. You know, our shipping stuff. I mean, everything that I feel like if I need to know something just in a minute, I have it here. But I also had like all my planner stuff as well. So I had like note scratchers. I would break down my trainings by day, and then I started my calendar back here. And my calendar isn't in here anymore. This is more used just for my notes and my kind of like just, you know, Scentsy handbook type thing. But the cool thing is that I finally found a calendar for direct sales, the Bee Planner, that I'm really excited about, because I always, you know what's funny? Let me show you. This is the calendar that, oh gosh, what did I just do with it? I just had it. Well, what the heck did I do with it? Oh, it's in my bag downstairs. Anyways, it's a hairstylist's calendar. It's, if you go to get your hair done, you will see something like this. It's black, and all it is just like every 30 minutes. That worked for me the best to get as much into my day. So I use it as a checklist. I use it as a visual, like a hard visual of what I have to do, what's happening. And so I'm such a visual person. And if you're like me, you kind of need to see everything at once instead of just looking at day to day. And that's where I started to weaken in my strategy with my systems, is I only have been relying on my phone for the past, gosh, over 2.5 years now. And that's not good, is it? But it kept me, at least kept my business going. I kept, everything gets done, but it doesn't get it done as efficiently. And I'm always kind of just making deadlines. But for me, if you're a visual person, when I transfer things like this, I can be looking at what I'm doing for Monday, but then I also can scan really fast of what I'm doing and kind of go, oh gosh, I got to make time for that. So I hope this kind of resonates with some of you guys if you haven't thought about a planner for your business or for your life. I mean, you could put it all in one. I mean, I pick up my kids because I have a carpool system because I have kids in 2 different schools. So other people are picking up my kids, dropping off my kids, this and that. And so I need to know when my day is. So I put that in my phone calendar right now, but I'll also put that in this calendar. So everything, and again, you may be the kind of person that needs everything separate. My brain doesn't work that way. Like if I have different things, one calendar is going to get missed. Like this, if I had stuff in here and then in here and then in here, I could tell you this stuff will get done, but I can't guarantee these things will get done. So I have to personally, and this might resonate with some of you, it might not with others, but the only way I can help you guys is share my experiences, what works for me, and then you can go, oh yeah, that would definitely not work for me. But then you'd be able to pick out how you can get your business running efficiently. And the cool thing is that when you look on like a Sunday night before the week starts, you can have a quick scan of what your brain should start thinking about. And so you kind of go, okay, I have all this to do. The cool thing about this bee planner, which I love, is that if you're a like check person, kind of like me, it says like, you know, you get to color in your X amount of glasses of water, your 10,000 steps, and then and you can track how many hours of sleep you got. And then you can have a visual to see like how your production was that day, depending on exercise, water intake, and how much sleep you got that last night. So that is something that's so important that I hope you guys know, especially during this busy holiday season, that it's your production is going to be based off of how healthy you are. If you are eating right, drinking your water, getting enough sleep, you're going to be able to be more effective in your business, especially if you work a full-time job and then you're doing Scentsy on the side. You're going to definitely need to take care of yourself, you know, extra during the holiday season. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. This calendar, I'll put the link. I don't even remember how much it was, to be honest with you, but it doesn't mean you have to go out and get it. There's so many different, like, you know, you may love I know a lot of you that love the Scentsy planner. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of great options in here, like your annual tracker. The cool thing is I can take this out and I can put this into my happy planner and still track it. So what my goal is to actually take all the pieces out from here and home punch, so everything will fit in one binder. That's what my goal is to do, to kind of coordinate the things from Scentsy. And yeah, can that get expensive? Yes. So if you don't want to, you know, buy an extra, this is going to be old by next month, an extra calendar, you can just print out your own tracking log and put it into your happy planner or calendar of whatever sort that you use. So I just noticed that I like to jump on when I have a fresh thought, because you guys, especially during the holiday season, there's so much going on that I have 1,000 thoughts that go through my mind throughout the day, especially thinking about you guys, of what I can share. And so I realized if I am thinking about it and I have a few moments, I need to just do it. So otherwise, you know, I try to be more strategic, just like, you know, my Monday calls are consistent, my monthly meetings are consistent, but I do want to get a little bit more consistent with my lives. But for now, you know, whatever you can do, just do. And I want you guys to also take into that consideration as well. We have to just focus on what we're doing and what we're capable of. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is, and just finish up real fast, is what you're willing to do. You may be seeing other people in our business that maybe start at the same time you did, or, you know, have the same title, but they're doing different things. They may be getting, you know, more sales or more parties booked or whatever. You have to remember that everybody's life is different. Everybody's capability of time and effort and maybe physical energy that's allows them to work their Scentsy business. But the most thing that you want to consider is that it may be what they're willing to do. If they're out there rocking their business and selling like crazy, they're willing to put the time in to do it. And obviously they also have the time to put it in, right? Or they make the time. So they always say that comparison is the killjoy, which I think we talked about recently. And so just remember to find peace. Hi, Shauna, how are you? Find peace in your own business and think about wherever it's at, it's because of the effort you're putting in, what you're willing to do, and or what you're not willing to do. So are you willing to sacrifice in certain areas, or are you not? And if you're not, you have to be okay with that and be okay with the results you're getting. Just like for me, I could be doing so much more. I could be working 24 hours a day if I wanted to. There's so much to do, and that I could be doing, but I'm not willing to do that. I started my business working like 14 hours a day, because I had to learn so much so fast. And, that was not healthy. And it's definitely not what anybody should want nor be willing to do for very long. But I did it to get my business going, and I wouldn't change anything. But I'm also know what I did sacrifice, and I'm not willing to sacrifice that anymore. That's why I joined direct sales, so I could have freedom and flexibility. And I hope that that is the same for all of you. So if you do need assistance, if you do need guidance, and you need somebody to powwow with, reach out to myself, your sponsor, your director, all of us, whatever you choose, and somebody, if not all of us, are willing to talk it out with you and figure out where you are, what you're willing to do, whatever, and you know, share some suggestions and point you in the right direction and give you some tools. But if you're not connecting with anybody, we all have to just assume that you're doing just fine and your business is exactly where you want it to be. So utilize the people that are here to help, and so you're not alone, because they always say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this little few minutes of me sharing, and hopefully it was helpful. Have a great day, guys.